Hello and welcome. Today is June 17th, 2025, and I'm here to do our weekly check-ins. So let's begin. If you're wearing headphones, please lower the volume. I welcome in my spirit guides and holy angels and the highest and greatest good. I welcome messages of love and light that bring healing and love to all. Please bless this reading. Thank you. All right, guys, I hope everyone is doing well. And for this week, I actually would like to choose to use the same decks that I did from last week. So if you have not watched the reading from last week, I will use the numerology deck and also the spirit animal oracle deck. And then also the Witch's Tarot. And finally, the Crystal Oracle. Okay. Which I felt had some really good guidance messages from last week. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the reading. Okay, so first I'd like to go ahead and pull from the numerology deck. Spirit and holy angels, can you please reveal to me clear messages in regards to the divine masculine collective energy? What is it that the viewer needs to know about their divine counterpart? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have rebirth, we have follow your dreams, and also teaching and learning, all in reverse. And wow, look, we have healing in reverse. Okay, so for this week, I mean, this may not be a really good week for your person. I just feel like, maybe, they're at a standstill. Maybe, they have no aspirations. Maybe they're lacking a sense of direction. If your person was like a teacher or a healer of some sort, they're not really enabling their highest and greatest gifts. Okay. And it's possibly because they don't have like the sense of renewal. So, like what I'm hearing is that their connection to spirit is off. So maybe perhaps they're not doing enough meditation. What I'm also seeing is that there could be some sort of work issue where they're not able to follow their dreams. So let's say that they're working in a job situation that they're just working in just to pay the bills, right? It's not like their passion, is what I'm hearing. Your person actually is a little bit stubborn when it comes to change. So let's just say to change their career path, it might be a little bit too difficult. Okay. Or maybe they don't like change. It could be an age thing. Maybe they've worked in a certain field for such a long time, for them to change at a certain age level, that might be a little bit different for them. What I'm also hearing is that their heart isn't really into whatever the thing that they're actually working on. So let's say they were a teacher, okay? Um, you know, maybe teaching is no longer their passion. Maybe, they're tired. I do know that, school is coming out. So let's just say that they are a teacher. Um, they're feeling a little bit disconnected to their higher self, is what I'm hearing. And also I see her healing. So, they need to have a little bit of R&R to maybe change this whole vibration. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull some animal spirit oracles and see what comes through. So, Spirit and Holy Angels, can you please reveal to me what is going on with the subconscious energy of the person that I'm channeling in the present moment? What can you tell me about this person? Why are they feeling like this? What do we need to know? What does the viewer need to know about their love interest? Oh wow, we have here Swan Spirit. It says, time for a deep dive. Okay, so this is the twin. Okay, the twin is actually looking for love. Maybe this is self-love. This is about nurturing themselves. They feel like on the outside they can't have that sense of renewal because they need to go deep. Okay, again, this is their inability to go spiritual. This is their inability to connect with their higher self. Okay, also we have cat spirit, and it says claim your independence. Okay, they do not feel independent. They know that they need to be independent, but something on the outside world is actually preventing them to follow their dreams. So deep down inside, they know what they need to do, but are they doing the thing? Okay, why? There's a lot of personal issues that I'm seeing here with your person. And also, we have here Beaver Spirit, and it says, lay a solid foundation. It came up in reverse. So, deep down inside, they know that they don't have anything solid, they don't have something secure when it comes to being a teacher. Okay, or maybe this is about learning something new. What I'm hearing also is that your person could be making excuses for the reasons why, they're just not choosing to learn something. Okay, so if they're not teaching, this could be learning. Okay, and it's holding them back. So, bottom of the deck, we have Bee Spirit, and it's also in reverse, and it says, sweet results await. They actually don't feel like anything is happening. They need to heal. So, I mean, honestly, for this week, for the twin flames, your person needs to connect with their higher self. They need to go on a spiritual journey. They need to go on a spiritual quest to find the thing deep within. This is like doing inner work. Okay, so if there's some shadowy stuff that's actually going on, and I could be talking about you, the viewer. Okay, so whoever resonates, because normally twins, they reflect one another without knowing. Like, let's say that you have not talked to your twin in such a long time. They could possibly be going through this situation, but also you could be going through a similar situation without even knowing what is going on their side. That's how energy works. So let's go ahead and see what is going on with him in the present moment. So, Spirit and Holy Angels, can you please reveal to me clear messages in regards to the divine masculine collective energy? What can you reveal to me about the divine counterpart? How are they currently thinking of you? How are they feeling? What do they want? And what is the outcome? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. I mean, I can see like this whole week, it's like, kind of like Debbie Downer, don't feel good, feeling hopeless or helpless, because I see here the star. Okay, so with divine masculine, feeling like feelings of hopelessness, maybe helplessness. Okay, I know that I've actually felt that way a few days ago. Um, And I see here the kitty. So the kitty is a representative of like intuition. And what I'm feeling is that your person's intuition is off about like their hopes, their dreams. Okay, we also saw that follow your dreams was actually in the reverse position. They're not following their dreams. Okay. And then also we have our Queen of Swords. Why? It's possibly because either they're not communicating with the karmic. And again, I see here another white kitty. The white kitty in reverse means like, because the white kitty is a sense of purity, right? And it's upside down. So you're dealing with a toxic karmic person and they just want to walk away. Okay. They've made a decision to just let go of the burden of not really working on, let's say, the connection with the karmic. They're really stressed, as you can see. Even if you were to come and give them an offer, they can't even look at the feminine. Okay, because there must be something, some choices or decisions. Could be multiple things going on. I'm also seeing here the beach. Okay, so like let's say that your person is planning a vacation or just like an outing near the ocean. I feel like it's going to fall through, or they're just not having a good time. So here they are, they're making a choice, okay? They're really trying to be creative on how to give an offer to Divine Feminine. Now, that is when they feel renewed. So to be honest, what I'm feeling is that this may take some time, okay? If they're not coming towards you around this time, and it is June 17th, honestly, it looks like September, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat, for some of the ones who are watching this. That's what I'm seeing here. There's a birthday that is coming up, okay? So for some, if there is a birthday, if you're like a Gemini or maybe Cancer, maybe for some of you, you might be able to hear from your person, okay? That could be a potential, but if not, I'm getting like fall vibes, okay? Like kind of end of summer going into fall is what I'm feeling. Yeah, here we are with the Emperor. This is Divine Masculine. Okay. Kind of taking ownership, trying to like not spread themselves too thin and making a choice of how they're going to spend their time. And they feel like they can't make a choice right now. So, yeah, this is going to take some time. So, I see here 2 months. So, what is that? So right now it's June to July, July to August. Okay. So at the end of August, you guys could actually be spending time together. Okay. End of August, going into September, guys. That's what I'm seeing here. Like right now, if you guys are in separation, like I really feel like it's a good thing, because what I'm feeling and seeing for this collective is that your person is doing the inner work. If they're not ready to like open up towards you in this present moment, they probably have some karma residue that they need to work on. Okay. This has nothing to do with the Divine Feminine or the person who is watching this. You also should be working more on yourself, enjoying, your summer with or without your person and the physical, because I really feel very strongly that you are connecting with them in a spiritual way. Okay. So if you're doing the spiritual work, maybe indirectly that's triggering them to do the spiritual work, because what I'm seeing here for this collective of divine masculines, they are totally disconnected and they need to connect to spirit. Okay. And when I mean to spirit, this doesn't have to be an external, like spirit entity. This could be just their higher self, connecting with their higher self, their own inner spirit. Okay. So it's almost like, coming to terms with, what's going on with their life, why are they not happy? Is there anything that they can do to improve, like how they're feeling? Like that kind of depth is what I'm feeling for this masculine collective energy. Okay, so let's see here. So they are totally thinking of coming together with the feminines. Again, I'm seeing here 3 months. So again, that's like end of August going into September. Okay. And look, they're reflecting. Okay. Like their ego is totally getting in the way. And I believe that we just had a passing of a full moon, I believe. I think it was like a Sagittarius full moon. Sunny and I, we didn't do a live that time because she was on vacation and she came back pretty late. But we should be back on track for the next moon reading. But anyway, so what I'm seeing is that they're trying to get out of their head about coming together and spending time with you. Okay. So right now they are feeling like they cannot communicate that they're heartbroken. Okay. For somebody here got pregnant. Okay. Maybe it's the feminine that got pregnant. Maybe it's the divine masculine that got pregnant. Now that's just for some. That's not everyone. For some of the ones that are watching this, your person is feeling like they could birth something new with you, okay, but they're not telling this to you. Okay, so right now they're in their head. They're not like taking very much action when it comes to the feminine collective. So right now, okay, so they're being a mute, okay? So even if they're not with you, feminine, they're taking some time out for themselves. They're spending time because they're not happy. They're not happy with their life. They're not happy. Um, maybe they're just going through like a midlife crisis for some, or maybe it's like a job situation. Remember, we had looked at, for some, they've been working a certain job for such a long time, but they're afraid of change, or maybe, you know, like it's a big shift of what they're normally used to doing, is what I'm seeing here. But they're walking away to find out what is fulfilling them. Okay. And they're not communicating this to anyone. I don't think that they're communicating this to a karmic, if there's a karmic energy, or if you're with your person or not. I have a feeling that some of you had like a brief moment, and you were together at some point in a physical way, or had some sort of contact, and then all of a sudden you're not hearing from your person. I would say it is okay. I don't see like they're going off having interest with someone else because they're not feeling up to it. Okay. If they don't feel up to it for themselves, how the heck are they like entertaining themselves with someone else? And if that's their vibe, that's definitely not the type of person that you want in your life, at least not right now. So let them get that out of their system before they come back, to claim the divine counterpart. But that is only if, it really depends, because everyone has free will. So in the outcome, they want to let go of, okay, what I'm seeing is that whoever your person is, there's like a family, there's like other people. This could be coworkers. This is like, more than one person, and they're trying to get out of conflict. Okay. They know that they need to go inwards. Again, we have here the Ace of Cups. So this is your person trying to do the inner work, okay, to just don't even care about what other people say. Maybe your person is a follower. Maybe, they're a people pleaser, and they're letting go of that. Okay. So this is some really like deep personal stuff that your counterpart is going through. Again, like if you're looking for love, you should love them unconditionally. You should love them that they're actually trying to fix themselves, okay? Because right now that's what I'm seeing. I don't see that they're like getting involved with a new person at this point. They're more like they could give two F's, of what other people are saying and doing. They're really focused more on themselves, and I don't mean that in a conceited way. I mean that they're looking to see what is making them happy and not someone else. So it feels as if like the karmic lesson between your person and the karmic is kind of like coming closer towards the end, because if it's going to take between now and to the end of summer for your person to finally open up and communicate, then so be it. Yeah, I say that, they could be, doing some traveling, maybe playing some music or listening to some. It looks as if they're on their own journey. If you guys are in separation, and let's just say the feminine is like really like trying to figure out what the masculine is up to, I would say they're doing okay. They may not be with you in a physical way. All you could really do is just, think of them, send them some good loving vibes, wish them well on their personal journey, because if you guys are truly meant to be in a physical union, you guys will be. Okay. I really feel like for the twins that I'm channeling, you guys have been in long periods of separation, or maybe you guys have not talked for some time. Okay. And you're just wondering like what your person is up to. I really feel like your person is like doing the inner shadow work. Like, yeah. And it's bright as heck outside, guys. Yeah. I live in a very hot climate area and I absolutely hate it. But I will change that. I want to leave here. That's Scorpio Moon's goal for this summer. Anyway, so okay, let's go ahead and see what is the oracle message coming from Spirit. So, Spirit and Holy Angels, can you please reveal to me what is the message from the Master Diva that wants to show up for this collective? What is going to help this collective in this moment? What is the advice? Oh, this isn't the first time I've had this card. This is One Love. Unconditional love. What did I say? If you really love your person, you would love them unconditionally. You would not place any conditions on, your love. You should let them be free. And if it's meant to be, they will return. Okay, so it says the medicine is all about seeing things from an expanded awareness of love. Identifying the crystal, a true one love crystal is made up of 3 striated sides and 3 smooth sides that all join at the tip at the top. The crystal medicine, another one of my favorite crystals from the crystal kingdom, is the One Love crystal. My experience of these amazing crystals is their deep healing energy of unconditional love. very similar to the ancient wisdom crystal. These crystals also store wisdom and knowledge deep within them. The Lemurians, a race of highly intelligent people who existed millions of years ago, coded these crystals, and now their medicine is awakening to support humanity's shift back to love. So, again, if your person doesn't love themselves, how could they love you? Okay. That's why, if you've been in separation, be okay with that. Try not to be controlling, try not to be clinging, accept, you know, accept things as they are, because if your person isn't with you right now in the physical, that means they're not ready. Okay. To access this knowledge, all you're required to do is to connect deeply in sacred space, rubbing your fingers over the striations or lines of the crystal with the intention of receiving its powerful hidden wisdom and healing. So, this crystal assists in deeply awakening the heart, creating deep self love, receiving support and nurturing, experiencing all forms of healing, opening the third eye, accessing ancient wisdom from the past, clearing your chakras, deepening the connection to self and the universe. So, the message from the diva is you're being encouraged to see your current situation from a different point of view, to see things from a more expanded place of unconditional love. It is very easy to get stuck in a certain way of being and seeing things in a particular way that can cause confusion and conflict. You're being asked to expand yourself and your awareness into a more loving point of view, and possibly to see things from the other side of the coin. When you shift your perception, it shifts the old energy and offers a different experience of things. Whatever you put your focus on will amplify and manifest, and it's time to find the positive in your situation. The crystal holds deep love and wisdom and encourages you to find an expanded space in your heart where you can create more harmony and love. Have you been focusing on something that is causing you pain and upset? Is it hard for you to let go? Have you been upset about something and not been able to shift it? Have you been finding it hard to bring love into the situation? Are you struggling to find the positive in a situation? Shift your awareness and let go of whatever thoughts and emotions have been keeping you stuck so that you can move deeper into your heart. Now, this is actually quite nice because I always talk about there's two types of intelligences, and one is mind intelligence, and the second is heart intelligence. And the heart intelligence is something that is like dummy proof, right? You can't fake the heart, but you can fool the mind. So, like, you know, for you to feel, like, use your feelings, that's why, the power of manifestation is about seeing things, in the 3D space, but also like feeling, like, how do you really feel? Because that is actually the true power of how you can really control things in your life. So it says, work closely with One Love Crystal and the Lumerian Divas to assist you in bringing the love and expansion required for your shift. The Lumerians lived in harmony with their surroundings. You are now encouraged to create this harmony in your own life. You are a nurturing, loving person, and it's time to expand yourself into deeper space of love. Now, I know this takes mind training. Trust me. If I were to hold on to this crystal, okay, and I'm like rubbing the sides, and then, I'm thinking that I'm in harmony with my surroundings, I would be bullshitting myself. It would take a lot, right? Because I like I said earlier, I'm not really happy. I want to go back up north, and like this girl is not a southern girl, right? So yeah, this takes a lot of meditation. This unconditional love, it's really hard, right? Because if you love someone, it's hard to let them go because More than anything, you want to hold them in your arms. You want them in your presence. You want to talk to them. You want to spend time with them, But if you love them, you would set them free, because love is not attachment, okay? Love is unconditional love, loving without conditions. That's true love. And, if you can find a way to accept and trust in the universe, that is what Spirit is saying. So I really hope that that helped. Let me know. Thank you all for watching. And if you like it, make sure you like this video, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at www.scorpiomoonintuition.com. You can also follow me on IG at Scorpio Moon Intuition. I hope y'all have a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.